Dustin Poirier versus Nate Diaz in the welterweight division. Now, as of right now, January 5th, 2022, the fight isn't 100%. We don't know if it's going to happen or not, but this is just in case the fight gets announced in the next couple of days. I want to give my prediction for this fight because it will do absolute numbers, whether it's on UFC 271, 272, 273, whatever the case may be. But this one will be co-main event or main event pay-per-view type of fight. Nate Diaz fought Conor McGregor, beat him the first time, then lost to him, beat Anthony Pettis, and then had great fights with Jorge Masvidal and Leon Edwards. But Nate Diaz, he makes a lot of money for the sport of the UFC and stuff. Poirier also fighting Conor McGregor twice. He actually beat both of those fights and won both of them by second round knockout and first round at doctor stoppage. But let's stop talking about the accolades of Nate Diaz and Dustin Poirier. Let's talk about the skill. Now, Nate Diaz, we know he's a cardio machine. Very, very good towards the end of his fights. In the fight with Conor McGregor, the first fight, it took a while for Nate Diaz to get his groove. It took a while for Conor to kind of gas out a little bit. Then he got that submission. In the fight with Leon Edwards, took until the third and final round for when Nate Diaz started to put on the pressure and land his combinations and almost actually knock out Leon Edwards. So if this fight's a 3-round fight, I don't know how Nate Diaz is going to win because he's one of those guys that really thrives towards the end of the fight. The 4th, 5th round, maybe even that 3rd round as well, as we saw in the Leon Edwards fight. But if this one is a 5-rounder, that makes it so much more interesting because we saw the fight with Leon Edwards right here. I'm pretty sure it was a 5-round fight, if I'm not mistaken. It was a 5-round fight, and in that 5th round, he really started to put it on him. If the Poirier fight is a 5-round fight, it's going to be much, much closer than if it's a 3-rounder. I'll say right now, 3-round fight, I'm going Poirier to win. He's faster, he's more powerful, he's got the better combinations, he's just the overall better striker than Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz might be able to land a couple of good shots here and there, but Poirier on the feet is going to absolutely destroy him. The wrestling and grappling, Poirier might be able to land a takedown or two. The jiu-jitsu in Nate, it's there. I mean, he's gotten many submission wins, submitting McGregor, submitting Jim Miller, very good grappler, submitting so many other guys, but do you think he's going to submit Poirier? I don't think so. So I think the grappling and wrestling is really going to be irrelevant to the outcome of the fight, and I think it's mainly going to be a striking battle between Poirier and McGregor and Diaz as well. We'll see a takedown from Poirier maybe every now and then just to do what he did with McGregor and just start pounding on Nate Diaz, get those, what do they call the, what are they called? Where Nate Diaz always flesh something. I don't know what they're called, but the thing that Nate Diaz always has that allows him to get cut open every single fight. Whoever has that, put that in the comment section because I'm just forgetting that for right now. But overall, Poirier is going to cut open Nate Diaz probably in that 1st and 2nd round. He's not going to finish Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz, I don't think has been finished by knockout in literally forever. The last time was Josh Thompson by 2nd round knockout, and even then, he wasn't exactly out cold or anything. So it's not going to be a knockout, 3 rounds or 5 rounds. Diaz is probably going to win the later rounds if it is a 5-round fight, but either way, 3 rounds or 5 rounds, I believe Poirier will do enough to just control the early rounds, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Maybe he'll gas out a little bit. Nate Diaz will make a little bit of a comeback towards the end of the fight there, but overall, Poirier, there's no real facet of the game that I'd really give Nate Diaz the advantage. I've looked everywhere, the boxing, the kicking game, the wrestling, the grappling, the clinch game. I think it all goes Dustin Poirier. So the only way Nate Diaz is really going to win here, which is possible, is a late finish where Dustin Poirier gets a little bit tired going for the finish early on in the fight. But it's a scar tissue. There it is. Someone just reminded me in the comment section. My mind blanked a little bit there, but yeah, Nate Diaz's scar tissue is definitely going to be opening up in those early rounds as well. But it's going to be a really good fight either way. It's going to be on a pay-per-view. There's no way the fight is going to be a UFC Fight Night main event. It'll be a co-main event 5-rounder or a main event 5-rounder. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 3 rounds, but I know Nate Diaz definitely wants it to be 5. So it'll be a banger of fight. Put your prediction for this banger in the comment section below. I hope this fight does happen in 2022. Hopefully it does get added to UFC 271, which isn't exactly the most stacked card, and we don't really know if Adesanya is actually going to be fighting on there. So hope it goes on to 271. Put your predictions down below. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you in the next video. Let's go.